Lately in the morning, I've taken to doing a drawing for about 30 minutes to get my mind clear and get all of my messiness out of me. I was inspired to do things in this style by Cam Kindell on Instagram, where he runs an ink and greet every morning or so. This, alongside with checking in with my planner, keeps me focused and being able to really see and feel like I am a creative person if I am not able to draw during that day. Especially if the day is filled with more management tasks or if I'm having to do more paperwork. Being able to do this morning practice is not only good for keeping my hand warm, as a lot of other artists like to call it, so that way I can pick up drawing whenever I want to really get serious with it. It also helps prevent me from overthinking a lot of things, especially if I haven't been able to draw properly in a few days or work on some of the major projects I'm involved with. It helps remind me that yes, I am a good artist and that I do have the artistic skills needed to accomplish things. You know, it gives my self-esteem that small win to show that I am accomplishing things, that these things are great to share. It's also these small wins that help keep me going when times are getting a little tough, or if I'm feeling overwhelmed and stressed. I used to do something similar in college with my planner practice, where I would decorate it and be able to be more elaborate with how I drew. That I ended up stopping because of having to take up different part-time jobs and whatnot. And I realized how much I missed having those mornings to myself to be able to get my thoughts straight no matter what time I start my day. It's also excellent for helping me explore ideas that I have sitting in the back of my head, like this doodle that I did a few mornings ago with these food-based monsters. It is a concept that I came up with a friend several years ago for a story called Toast Warrior, who was part of the Kingdom of Pan, who is a knight that fought Moldy Beard and all of his monstrous creations. Like all good things, it started out as a joke that we ran with during a vacation one time. It was a story I hoped to build into a comic, but it was too much to maintain at the time with school and all. Being able to have this morning practice has also given me time to participate in collaborations and memes like this Draw This Character in Your Style challenge that Jules Primus was running, an acquaintance of mine who works at Floyd County Studios. It really shows how much I have improved because I can take a character like the one that they provided and draw it within 30 minutes. 45 because I decided to paint this one. Believe it or not, something like this would have used to take me at least a full hour, maybe almost 2 hours, especially if I was filming it, because I got kind of stuck in the idea of perfection, and I wanted everything to look very clean and nice, especially if I was going to share it on social media. But now I've kind of let go of that idea of perfection and let myself just create and allow myself to just be able to share those creations as I make them with you. I even at one point tried to do a lot of what popular people or different influencers said to do to become popular. And I found that one, it didn't really work for me because no matter how much I tried to clean everything up, videos that would take me hours and hours to put together would only get very little attention, which is also disheartening because I was doing that on top of everything else I was creating, or work and family and just general life. So when you get like constant discouragement like that, of not having people interact with you, not feeling seen, it becomes hard to even want to create and show off what you are making. Thanks to TikTok, I've been able to let go of that idea and just create because I feel seen and heard there. So anywhere else that I don't feel like I'm heard or seen, I'm okay with that. I just share there because it makes a good archive. That, and I've made it easier for me to be able to create videos by investing in a better phone and also foregoing the idea of having music over my videos because I ran into a lot of copyright claim for that, and that was frustrating to deal with on the back end. Another great reason why I love doing this morning practice is that it allows me to go back through and finish a lot of my older artwork. Thanks to the quarantine and having this time in the morning to myself again, I have been able to finish quite a few beautiful pieces on my iPad that I've picked up. And I've also been able to flush out some ideas like this random prompt generator that I got this Naruto Lolita fashion idea from, which sounds super fun and silly to be able to work with and create and grow the idea. I started out with a bunch of different sketches as I showed previously, but I ended up going with my initial sketch to clean up this particular morning because one, didn't want to think about where I wanted everything placed, and two, it's always nice to have something that looks a little bit more solid and cleaned up. So that way I can go back and explore the other ideas as they are now that this one is a little stronger. The biggest thing that I would change about my initial design here is I would include more elemental or magical girl like animals or themes with it to really bring it more into that Lolita side, because I like the idea of a Lolita ninja rather than it being a specifically Naruto Lolita. When initially thinking about this design, I wanted to draw the character in a different pose rather than my standard pose because I want to push my understanding of the human anatomy to a better grasp of it. But I ended up settling on completing this one because it was easy. And that's okay. Sometimes you just need to keep things easy and to continue into a moment of repetitive practice of something called entropy to be able to feel like you are progressing, because that's where you are able to develop your eye and become a stronger artist for that. If you like this video, give it a like, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.